office. They're doing that at DuPont Hospital, too. The x-ray for the knee. They kept screaming. They opened the door, and then they slammed it shut every time I moved or I removed an article of clothing. And then they're smiling and staring at me. Yeah. Girl, we're crazy. We love you. Oh, tell us. Are you going to tell? I complained, and they did an investigation, but, nothing was found. And the valet guy was rude. He's, snarling at me the whole time. He was like that. He didn't get the car. I didn't even realize it because I'm not used to valet service. And he's just holding the keys and going. And then I just took him. And he did the same thing. He was hiding behind a pillar, a cement pillar, when I pulled my car up when I first came. And for 5 minutes, he's standing out there talking to another employee, and they both are snarling, and then they let Home Depot and Walmart contact him. They're tracking me through my phone. And then they stole my facial recognition, heat map tracking, eye tracking. I just learned this myself. I didn't know this existed. They're psychos. They know when my eyes are moving. They know when I turn my head, the scuzzy neighbors. And I need help with professional techs. That's the other thing. They're blackmailing me. Who knows how many other people, mainly me, as of what I know, they're blackmailing me. They're racially profiling me. They're trapping me, which is why I'm one of the many reasons I'm here. My God, I can't even go to the library and fill out applications. They're blocking the messages. How? They contact the employees. I don't know what they're getting in return. Sex, drugs, money. Is it all to sit at the rejects club? I don't think so. No? The employees are strategically setting hackers all around. They're like, and then they start playing the drums. I go, knock it off. And then they kept deleting my complaint. Whoever keeps doing that, knock it off. And then they were quiet and kind of smiling. And then they were clapping and cheering every time I clicked. And a new website came up. And I had a sweatshirt over my head in the computer. And they shouldn't have been able to see what I was doing. Clapping and cheering. And then they also have people attack me, beat me in public place, like that library at Georgetown Square here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Psychos. And then they locked me out. They let other people in for 20 minutes. And I stood there. And they had a black male kick my chair, and then some short, fat, white old woman sitting next to me with red hair. She goes, "You're a liar." I'm going to get you kicked out of here. I regret not calling the police. Yeah, and the staff heard that. She begged the staff to let her. They're putting them all around me, and they always put me on the same computer. Why? Can someone contact me, a cyber expert, and explain it to me? Someone who's not affiliated with Home Depot, Walmart, or the scum around me here in Fort Wayne, Indiana? Or any of the dirty cops? A few dirty ones. My God. I want to know about the thermal tracking. I mean, can they see my handwriting through? Because they're using a thermal camera and optics, and these are psychos. They're jobless, retired, disability. I don't even know if they're on disability. If it's really true, well, they are, but I don't know if they're really disabled. And they claim to use a walker, but then they're jumping around their house and stuff without a walker. And then in public, they act like, they're handicapped. Anyway, psychos, I have to be still. And they stole, how did they get my body facial recognition? They stole my pictures off of Facebook. Then how are they tracking me inside my home? I heard you can't do it with the cell phone off. Okay, so then can they use a radar? That can track just anyone, anywhere. Just see movement, ripples on a sonar or something, ripples on the screen. They can see pulsating, a chest moving up and down. But back to the thermal heat and then the optical camera. Thermal detects heat, but they don't know what heat it is. So that's where the optical camera comes in. And I know thermal cameras can't see through the wall. They see the pipes. So how are they getting, the movement, the face? They can't pass the pipes. And then I've heard these crazy things, and they do exist. I checked on this, metal reflections. That makes perfect sense. Unless there's a wireless camera hidden inside my home. I can't get that checked. Again, they see, I'm nice and patient about it. I cut off the internet at my house, and then I go to a library. Library is tainted, and then they're giving out my browsing information to Walmart, Home Depot. And then they're contacting, like, the web sweeping companies and telling them to mess with me. So I pulled my mom's money back. It's $2,500, $3,500. No. I'm not gonna waste my mom's money and I'll pay you and then have you tell me there are no cameras. You think I actually trust you? They're telling you, oh, lie. We want to stay connected to her, make her think that you're working for her. As long as we know ahead of time who she contacts, find out and tell us. So we can be 2 steps ahead and then we can contact them, and make everything bend our way. But we have to know ahead of time, That's what they're doing. And the electrician, half my outlets don't work. And those idiots said nothing was wrong, 2 electricians. They were contacted through my hack tablet by the scuzzy neighbors, Home Depot and Walmart. See? So this is criminal acts. I need help. And I don't want it from anyone here. We need help. They're blocking us and trapping us because we're minorities. This is a racist community. And it's not all of them. I'm sure there are good people. They're just way on the other end of town. They're too far. It's the ones nearby. And then they put cardboard in the middle of the street with nails sticking out, or a pile of clothing, a pile of shirts, wherever I drive. Like, what's this about, you idiots? They're basically saying we don't want you going out, or they try and run me over, or my car banged, or my tire almost busted. Or on my other Facebook account, my hacked one, they're hacked in it, and death threats saying, oh, I used to be pretty. I used like 10 of them every time I signed up. I used to be pretty. I used to be pretty. No, I had to have my leg amputated. Like, if you still think I'm pretty, am I pretty? Am I pretty? Pretty? Am I pretty? Like women or men in wheelchairs. Or in third world countries, a woman without her arm, a woman without her leg, all the time. And then they're obviously telling me they're voyeuring me through the skylight because they were showing big obese women because they're jealous I lost weight and they wanted me to gain more weight. I was losing weight. And they're showing me these women were wearing the same exact outfit I was. And they were flaunting it on Facebook, like these obese women, and it looked similar inside my house. They're showing me, hey, we're watching you. How else would we know? Exactly. I didn't invite these psychos into my house. They're parking drones on top of my house. And then every time I turn on my exhaust, since they can catch my movements, they're either changing the signal or they're setting something on top of my roof, but they're destroying my roof and my house, both bathroom exhausts. It's always when I sit on the toilet and then get up and then when I start the water, to the tub, it goes, and then it stops when I get out. And it's always all the time, every day. And they're home all day. And back to the thermal thing. How would they be tracking me? Can someone contact a clean, genuine security expert? How are they tracking me in my house? I mean, the walls are attached. They're like little condos, maybe 1,000 square feet attached to the back of my house. And how would I be tracked? If it just doesn't go through, walls. Obviously, I think I'm very still at the mirror. They're covertly, psychotically doing this. This takes thousands of hours. They're getting... Because I've talked to some techs over tech support, like for internet and stuff, and some of them have the knowledge, and they say, I'm sure they're seeing orange blobs. And I'm like, okay, how can you see that when it's not supposed to go through pipes or walls? It only goes up to the pipes. They should be able to see their pipes and their walls, or maybe even mine. So I'm thinking, okay, mirror, they say mirror reflects heat. I thought they would be seeing shadows. So when it reflects heat, What are they seeing? Like a bit of teeny, like facial. I don't even think they can see facial features make it out. I'm sure they're seeing an orange blob for the face. The hottest parts of the bodies are the